what's up, Carlsbad, and welcome back to our 9th special remote edition of CHSTV. To kick off the show, we have a story on one of our own, Ben Hannon, and his work behind the scenes here at CHSTV to bring you our remote broadcasts each week.
If there is one thing that we have discovered about the challenge of producing a weekly broadcast remotely, it's that it requires teamwork. A lot of teamwork. Reporters reporting, editors editing, photographers shooting. But when everything is completed, we still do not have a show until Ben Hannon goes to work. Ben is what we call a bunker editor. His job begins each Wednesday evening as he collects all of the digital assets and begins to create a broadcast. Ben Hannon is the captain of the CHSTV ship. How do you make this happen, and what do you do to make the remote show?
So to make the show happen, first we talk with the producers and plan the show. We plan the stories and the interviews, what we're gonna have, what we're gonna talk about, and try and include as much of the school as we can. The toughest part of producing the show so far has been coming up with stories that still include the whole school, even though we're not really seeing everybody every day at school like we usually do.
Beginning Wednesday evening, Ben assembles all the various segments into their proper order, adds graphics, titles, and music, and working on a strict deadline, he prepares the final show for upload to YouTube on Thursday mornings. And he never complains. Now, he might not be so content if he could share this time with his other passion. Don't worry, Ben, that day will come. Reporting for CHSTV, I'm Johan Doreika.
Thank you, Johan, for that piece, and thank you, Ben. We really appreciate everything you do each week to make sure the show is put together. During quarantine, one of the hardest things to do is make sure that you're entertained and staying busy. Senior Corey Schmidt in this next segment will be telling us about how he has used music to stay occupied during quarantine.
Hello everyone. One of the ways that I've been staying busy during quarantine is playing music. And I've had a lot more time to practice my songs, but I've also had lots of time to write and record my own songs. But I wanted to do something unique and different for a song, and so my dad and I came up with an idea. We thought, what if we made an entire song but only using household objects? So I went around the house and recorded just a bunch of different sounds that I thought might be useful. First, I knew I would need a solid bass drum sound to provide the beat, so I recorded my fridge door closing on the outside, my fridge door opening on the inside, closing my closet door, and closing my room's closet. Then I needed a snare drum sound to complete the beat, so I recorded the blinds downstairs, the light switch in my garage, and snapping. Then, most importantly, I needed some sort of sound to act as a central melody to drive the song. I tried to think of different things around my house that maybe had different notes or different pitches that sort of had some sort of sound that could be similar to a melody. I decided to grab some drinking glasses from my cupboard and I lined them up from lowest to highest pitch, and then I recorded myself hitting them with a metal fork. Lastly, I wanted to have a bridge section that had a completely different sound. I didn't record any other melodies with the glasses, but then I remembered that I'd actually recorded a leaf blower that morning while I was eating breakfast. So I imported that sound and added a pitch shifter to it, which can either make the pitch higher or lower. So I multiplied the sound of the leaf blower and changed the pitch for each one, and essentially created a chord progression using the leaf blower. Then I added a couple samples of random sounds that I had recorded around the house just to make the song sound more full, and at that point it was done. Thank you. If you want to check out this song, you can head over to my YouTube channel, which is called Stereo Space. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've been able to stay busy as well during this quarantine, and now I'm going to send it back to the anchors.
By the way, next year, Corey will be attending college in Indiana, and his major? Music engineering. Okay, the Teacher Hair Dye Challenge this week continues. Last week, the color was green. Let's see what's going on this week.
Daniel Ryan, I challenge you to dye your hair for next week's CHSTV.
Mr. Green, my mom accepts your hair dye challenge. All right, Mr. Green, I completed your hair dye challenge. My girls wimped out, but that's all right. I hope you all had a great Memorial Day weekend and are excited for our summer coming up. I miss you all, and I am going to challenge Miss Sprague to see what she can come up with for the hair dye challenge. Hope you all are doing well, staying healthy, and wash your hands. Bye.
All right, Mrs. Ryan, I'm in. I'll commit to the hair dye challenge. I'll see everybody next week.
Miss Ryan, that color looks great on you. Every week we have teachers send us their shoutouts. They're usually shot on their iPhones and sometimes horizontal, but sometimes not. Let's take a look at who's shouting out this week.
Hey Lancers, it's been a couple weeks. Just wanted to check in, say hello to everyone. Hope you're all still doing well, staying strong, staying healthy out there, and we're looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to give a big shout out to all the people that are auditioning for dance team this week. Good luck everyone!
Graduation has been an important question for seniors all across the country. Our graduation has been scheduled 2 weeks from today. Let's find out what that's going to look like.
So we, a week or two ago, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, the school board took action to actually move the date of graduation to July 3rd, July 23rd, the official date of graduation. And so they're going to, what we're looking to do is by pushing to that date to hopefully be able to accommodate, a more traditional type graduation ceremony. And that was the whole idea. And, we went out to the community to get some feedback. That was, a significant portion of the feedback that we got was asking for perhaps a later date to see if we can do something like a traditional ceremony. So, that's the big day that we're aiming for right now. The flip side is that, of course, June 11th is our traditional, graduation date, and we don't want to let June 11th go by without, honoring our seniors in some way. So, right now what we're looking at is we are deep in work or at work on preparing a video, kind of a video graduation ceremony, if you will. Huge thanks to Mr. Green, who is helping us to coordinate that effort on the video production end. And so what that video ceremony is going to look like is it's going to look, something like what a traditional graduation ceremony is going to look like.
Although we are not getting the in-person graduation ceremony that we all hope for, I am glad that we can share some experience together on June 11th with our virtual graduation. What if you could look at a digital copy of your yearbook right now? That is a very real possibility, and Mia Handojo brings us more.
The Yearbook, a collection of photos capturing memories from dances, sports, and many other events throughout the whole school year meant to remind students of their special high school experiences. Usually during this time at the end of the year, Mrs. Ryan and her students would be in room 3104 working hard on the yearbook. But this year, the staff faced a challenge that gave them unusual and different circumstances.
So it was very difficult at first because we couldn't cover a lot of the events we usually do because we didn't get all the pictures and everything we needed, and contacting people because usually we just call people into class for quotes, but now we had to DM people, text them, and if they didn't have Instagram or something, it was very difficult.
These challenges were due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. It caused games, dances, and all school activities to be put to a stop, stumping the process of making the yearbook. But it also gave a chance to take a new approach.
This year we're doing a virtual yearbook as well as the printed copy. So if you look at your loop mail, there's a message from Ms. Ryan with details on how to log in and access that.
Even though the process has been harder, it did not give the yearbook staff a reason to be disappointed in their work.
The thing I'm most proud of this year is how much everyone contributed to the book. So it wasn't even just our staff members, it was everyone in the entire school.
Despite the obstacles that the yearbook team has been facing, it's not stopping them from continuing to give CHS a chance to look back at this year's memories and experiences. Reporting for CHSTV, I'm Mia Handojo.
As local restaurants begin to open back up, how are they preparing for the new normal? Kaden Barnes takes a look as one local restaurant adjusts to the new normal. Let's take a look.
As restaurants begin to open up under Phase 2, they've had to adapt to comply with COVID-19 regulations, such as Notorious Burgers, a local restaurant here in Carlsbad.
My name is Brian Gruber, and owner of Notorious Burgers.
In order to reopen, Notorious has had to follow social distancing guidelines issued by the state.
Sanitation, temperature checks and screening and putting a bunch of flyers and whatnot in the window. We had to reduce our capacity to adhere to the 6-foot rule.
Though Notorious has seen a 60% drop in profits, they have found steadfast local support.
That 40% I feel like was, the community that had come to support. I mean, there was people that were here every day, multiple times a day. We did a bunch of things for the Boys and Girls Club where they were getting kids lunches and stuff. So the community really stepped up and supported a lot.
Even with all the struggle, Brian's first concern is his customers' safety.
I'm trying to do my part to stay compliant with everything and trying to make everybody that does come in feel as safe as they can, and let them know that we're taking steps to, protect everybody. Feel safe coming out to eat.
For CHSTV, I'm Caden Barnes.
That's all we have for the show this week. If you guys have any story ideas, be sure to DM us at CHSTV Worldwide on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. This is going to be my very last time anchoring CHSTV. It has been the most amazing experience from all of high school. I'm so grateful for all of the friendships and memories that I made over the years. I want to thank Mr. Green, Miss Leone, Miss Cohn. Thank you for putting a smile on my face every single day and always making sure I was having a good time. And I also want to thank the parents and the students who made CHSTV so amazing. My peers, you guys are awesome. I'm going to miss you all so much next year. And also to my mom, my dad, and my brother, thank you guys for always supporting me. I love you so much. For the very last time, for CHSTV, I'm Maddie Ward.
Thank you for watching this week's edition of CHSTV. Make sure you tune in next week because it will be our final show of the school year on Thursday. So make sure you tune in for that. And this is just my small moment for a little bit of a thank you because this is my very last time anchoring for CHSTV. Mr. Green, you have been the best mentor I could have ever asked for. Miss Leone, I love you inside and out. Miss Cohn, you are going to do such wonderful things. You are so great to be a contribution to this class. The rest of the class, I love you so much. You guys are wonderful. Back to CHSTV and everyone in the audience. We have a special clip from the theater that we are gonna let you guys watch, and it is amazing performance. So please enjoy and tune in next week on Thursday. Anyway, have a great day.
Times are hard for dreamers,
but they won't be hard for me.
I've saved up everything I own
to take that step beyond the lawn.
Keep walking till I see the station,
And then see it go. Inside the train up through the glass,
my finger tracing
all of these towns I've never heard of, racing.